Ladies and gents, welcome to GX, and this is going in the history books. My channel asmongold clips. It's different. How many channels does this guy have, man? This is asmongold TV. Okay. That's the main one. I'm gonna guess. I don't know. So I think there is something happening. Like there are 3 videos or 3 clips in this channel about something happening in South Africa. Something basically happening to white people. I'm guessing. I have no idea about this. This is why it's gonna be interesting because nobody's talking about this shit here. Like, I hate the bubble. I hate why certain country talks about it, certain country doesn't. I think First Post did talk about it, but then again, First Post is not mainstream media in India. I don't know. I saw the thumbnail, like something about how Trump talking about like something in South Africa. This is gonna be interesting. Let's watch one. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more. The more video gets like engagement, which is anything like, subscribe, comments, whatever, views. I try to react to content like that a lot. People like me watching to asmongold apparently. But yeah, asmongold is not just some guy who's just reacting. He's like, important enough figure, let's just say. A lot of people watches him, right? A lot of people try to see what his take is. There's a battle between him and someone called Hassan. I don't know who that is. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's watch it.
For you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa.
Uh-oh. And so it begins.
Well, I can answer that for...
Wait a minute. White? Okay, if you're going to throw the G word there, that would imply that actual deletion is happening. Actual deletion. Not people talking about it. Not people like doing something else. Actual... Really? That would be intense if that shit is happening. Smirk.
Trump knows that there's a video.
He's walking
He
into
doesn't
trap.
know that there's a video.
There's a video.
No, seriously. I'd rather have him answer. Yeah, I'd rather answer.
Yeah, you're gonna have him answer it that way.
It will take...
Look at the... Look at that shit. I can't, man. Look at how happy he is. He's like, oh, he's in the trap. He doesn't know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. So apparently there's a video about this shit. A South African president, I'm gonna guess, is here. He doesn't know this. Oh shit. You can have any opinion about Trump, right? You can have your opinion. But it's entertaining as fuck. Let's just agree to that one. Look at this shit. You think Obama would ever do this? No, Obama would be more diplomatic, like, oh, that's boring. This guy's like actual entertaining. Look at this shit. Look at his smile, man.
President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here.
But, Mr. President, I must say that we have... No, wait.
Mr. President, I must say.
Is Natalie here? Somebody here to turn that... And turn the lights down.
The content president. Turn down the lights. We're gonna watch this together.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care.
He's immediately like, what the fuck? Oh no. And just like, Trump's like, okay, let's just watch.
Do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yeah. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Never be scared to kill.
Bro, look at his face. Look at his fucking face.
To kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
What is he saying there?
Is this real? Yes, this is real. This is in the White House right now, today. Ooh, pa, ooh.
Look at this, like, oh no, when this is gonna end? And Trump's like, interesting, very interesting. Look at his completely concentrated face. This is nice stuff. He's being sarcastic there, by the way. He doesn't need to be completely concentrated like that. Look, isn't that interesting? That's what he's doing there.
This is crazy.
So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have turned a white man.
And you can see that he's not looking at it.
That's no one. But we're starting with this white.
Here's your stack of receipts.
Kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the.
See, this is the type of shit that happens when you actually have racism. Let's get one thing fucking clear. There are racism everywhere in the America and every European country. But apparently it's about white people now. Like, white people themselves openly say, oh look, even in the Hollywood, mostly in the Hollywood, not just even in the Hollywood. What am I talking about? Like, it's properly in the Hollywood, right? Oh, the white man. You know, we need more of like a diversity here. Like, white people themselves basically say that. I'm like, are you trying to get points here? Our ancestor. Ugh. Yeah, you're reaping rewards of that. You're the last person who should say that. Like, it makes you look phony. No way you believe that actually. Come on. And this shit happens. When you make it okay and acceptable to be racist against certain group, doesn't matter what that group is, of course this shit like this would happen. Right? Racism an issue. Unless it's against white people, then it's fine. Says who? Why do people think overcorrection is the right answer? Oh, throughout the years, white people enslaved a lot of people. Fine, so let's overcorrect and let's say white people sucks or whatever, and that's fine. No, it's not. You can't solve racism with racism. Stop doing that. This shit is insane, man.
Shoot to kill. Come on, sir. Kill the poor, the farmer, who will expropriate land without compensation.
No way they would openly do that unless people actually made it clear, like, oh, it's fine if you're racist against white people. Otherwise, any other, like, they would not, like, even if, like, there is a hidden element that is working, they wouldn't be so open about it. They are open about it. They're like, I guess people are not going to be mad because it's white people. What you talking about? First of all, white people run the world. People like to admit that or not, but that's what the reality is. And, like, you're going to do this shit, like, okay, and people are not going to be pissed because world is so weird right now. Seriously, like, world is so phony, first of all. It's so weird and phony because people are like, oh, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with all that. This is progressive. They don't really believe that, right? But this phony world sends out the bad message out there.
Whether they like it or not, if they object, they can seek refugee in America.
Listen to this again.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not, if they object, they can seek refugee in America.
Now this is very bad.
This is very bad.
Okay, seriously, man, I can't, like, if they are openly just doing that, how does that work? Imagine in India, all the Hindus suddenly said, like, you know what?
The government
Let's
of South
go back in
Africa
time.
announced-
Let's go back in time. This is India. This is Hindustan, right? No Islamic people ever came here before Mughal invasion, and we are taking back all our land. Imagine if they did that. People would lost their shit. Even in India, people would be like, okay, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, is this really happening? How are you doing that? Like, how does this even work? Oh, we're just going to take the land and not going to give you anything for it. Like, we are just doing this. Okay, really? If we like, you know, like, dig through history enough, eventually everyone's an invader. Like, it's just like, where do you draw the line? How far back you draw the line to say somebody's an invader? Everybody's an invader in one way or another. Like, really? Okay, this is another clip from the same concept, I'm guessing.
Says it's now going to be considered treasonous for their people to mention the poor treatment of white people. Nah, it's bullshit. Let me hear
Oh, this is definitely not authoritarian. Why would you even say that?
And all their inner circles here in Parliament who went to the United States to spin a narrative of victimhood of white people being murdered by blacks. These treasonous acts mobilizing the United States government to interfere in the domestic affairs of our country.
Minister, your response, please.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Chair. As indicated earlier,
The law enforcement agencies are investigating the Treasonous Act of Misinformation and also that which is provided for in the, I forgot the right naming of the act that talks about treason in the country.
What a shithole. God damn, I'm glad I don't live there. Wow. Yep, what a shithole. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get this shit, right? I mean, Jacob Zuma, the previous president, was living lavishly there, right? Like he was making, like he was spending a shitload of money there. He was living like a dictator would, and he was just like making excuses. Oh, I have a Ferrari because of this. Oh, I have this big swimming pool because of this. He was just making shit up. He had a big villa and palace and everything. Even Grand Tour talked about it. Even them, right? In their first ever episode or something, I don't know. Yeah, like even they talked about it. Like when you have your top leader that like you have a problem in your government. Like this doesn't really surprise me if this is the movement that is happening. This like if you have all the thought about India, fine, but this shit would never happen in India. Because Prime Minister of India can't just say, oh, by the way, I'm buying Ferrari. That's never working. Right? So shit like this, like I just said before, shit like that would never work. They're just openly saying this. Like, okay, we're just going to take this and we're not going to give you anything back. Screw you. Like, okay, aggressive movement in the modern world like that, how are you going to justify that? Oh, back in the day they took, okay, let's go even more back. Like you can, like, imagine if Native Americans suddenly say, okay, give us our land back. All Americans, are they going to leave now? Like, I don't even know what's happening, man.
Yeah, misinformation? Jesus. It's treason? I mean, hey, here's my opinion about, like, South Africa. Everything that I've read about it has just made me happier to be an American. I'll tell you that.
Everybody's just like, oh, let's look at the TV.
Oh, apparently CNN's.
This is also another part of that, apparently. The CNN is defending it. Okay, so, people are constantly telling me, like, people are constantly telling me that I'm going more right wing because I'm watching a lot of right wing things. I'm not going right wing. I'm not going left wing. I don't associate with either. Both are stupid in my mind, right? I just take case by case thing. This thing, if CNN defend this in any way after all this shit, now you would say, oh, that's overblown. Oh, those are the opposition party. Those are not the actual government of South Africa. Doesn't matter. That kind of movement is happening, right? And you have to either explain it away or just admit like this shit is happening, right? If there is a smoke, there is a fire. How big a fire doesn't matter. Any fire is a problem, right? So this shit is not small. Maybe Trump is overblowing this. Maybe it's not as big as it looks, but it's there, right? And I'm saying, oh, this is not happening. What the fuck? And CNN is like, how is it left-wing thing to be, if it's white people, it's fine. Like, doesn't matter how fucked up thing is, we're going to defend it. Why is this that CNN thing? I don't get it. I get it, Fox News is not good as well. Like, Fox News, defends a lot of shit that happens when it right wings. But still, like, this is a topic, this is about CNN, so let's talk about CNN. Why does CNN do this shit? Even when it comes to, like, India, Pakistan, any other Asian conflict, they'll always choose the worst option, even when the evidence doesn't back it. Like, okay.
CNN's defending it. That's right, guys. Of course they are. Yeah.
There, Larry, has been debate over that song, that anti-apartheid chant, right? And for people who don't have a historical context.
It's the historical context.
Shoot to kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa. Shoot to kill.
This is all out of context, man. It's actually a metaphor for love and peace.
In 2011, their own courts ruled that the song constituted hate speech. It was later overturned.
I seriously don't get how left-wing has this, like, still, like, I think they watch too much movies. They think Hamas are freedom fighters. Okay, there's a reason why Gandhi said, if you slap at me one cheek, like, I'm going to bring forth my other one forward. Not like I'm going to blow shit up. Right? If you want to achieve certain goal, great. But if you do that in a terrorism way, you are a terrorist and you're not on the right side of history. The end. I don't know how people actually look at Hamas and they're like, oh, they are freedom fighters. How? How the fuck is that? Right? And why is that? Like, very extreme left-wing people always have this narrow vision, tunnel vision. They just grab one topic, and if that topic even has a semblance of right, everything around it doesn't matter. Even though the whole picture clearly dictates, like, okay, here are the points. They got 2 points right, but the 100 points that they're completely wrong at, so they are wrong. That's how that works. But no, let's just look at those two things and ignore the 101, because those two things are the only one matters. That's how extreme left works. I don't understand it. How, like, are they actually stupid? Genuinely, like, I'm thinking about medical level. Like, is there really a problem there? Because somebody needs to really analyze, like, how are you overlooking all of this shit? That doesn't make sense.
Does potentially appear more literal.
It is an inflammatory song, without a doubt. But there are many who grew up under those years of white minority rule who understand the historical context of this song, Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, that...
So they're doing it because they love history. You have to understand that they're just they're all history enjoyers. They want to make sure that they don't forget what happened. Yeah, they're scholars.
Julius Malema has made popular again. It sort of fell into disuse. It's not been that commonly sung after the end of apartheid in 19...
So doesn't that make it worse, though, right? It's like if you're bringing back an old song that was used for killing people, it's not like this is a cultural holdover. This is something that you've now resurrected in order to weaponize it in a new way. I feel like that's way worse.
In 94, but it's brought it back again to animate.
Yeah, bro, they
land in South Africa still being owned by white farmers.
I can't believe someone...
Conjuration 100. Skyrim metric. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So I know how to do that, but I'm not going to edit that shit. But yeah, there you go. Common sense is the one thing that's missing. That's the only conclusion I can come out of. Because if I try to make, like, I want to how to make an essay why certain people are just moronic like that and why they have tunnel vision like that, but I don't know, man. Like, how do you fucking defend this shit, right?
Someone just said an ignorant shit. A lot of these arguments cannot exist in their own vacuum, and so it's like, okay, well, we can't really explain this in a way that makes us look good, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to explain it in a way...
Yeah, in the past, we were screwed. Apartheid. Remember apartheid? There's a word for you. There's a keyword. There you go. That makes everything okay. Talk about now. I don't care about the historical context. Now, right now, what the fuck you doing right now? Like, in 2025, this modern world, we have internet now. No hate should exist now. You can't overcorrect. You can't solve hate with hate. Eye for an eye will make the world blind. That's what Gandhi said. I still don't understand why people can't see that shit.
That, is different.
I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
The guy is just like...
The Gruber, the Baba.
Yeah, see, this shit is so next level. And one of the things I'm going to say, why next level? Like I said, and I'm not white, by the way. I'm Indian. I'm not white. So I can say this. White people run the world, whether people like it or not. Every single invention, every single big scientist are probably white. Not probably, they are white. White people still run the world, right? What fucked up thing about this is if you push it too much, all the liberal left-wing extreme people who just have this like white people, that's just overdone, and just like have they themselves are racist against white people even though they are white themselves. There is an extreme minority. Most people in the middle that you don't hear about, they don't like to be targeted like that just because of their color. They don't like racism either. Like I said, white people run the world. How far shit will go when even extreme person than Trump comes along? I talked about that in like whatever happening in the England shit that I just watched yesterday. How much before some guy with an extremely fucked up idea comes to power and he's like, you know what? We tried to do right, and reverse thing happened. Now actually people were targeting white people. We are white people. We are strong. You know what? Screw it. Back to what we was before. Everybody's screwed who's not white. Why are you poking the bear or lion or whatever, the person who's actually powerful? In this case, yeah. People who actually run the world, why are you like poking them before someone like Trump and even extreme than Trump can just come in and say like, I don't care who says what. I'm doing this. Now I'm going to attack South Africa because they're doing this. Screw it. People are going to scream in Congress. People are going to scream in media. And he's not going to care. And America actually have power to do that shit. They are powerful. Other countries are also powerful, wide leading countries. So, yeah. This is not good, man. Like, if you do this shit, the pushback when it comes is going to be British Empire 2.0. You don't want that shit. Like, why are you doing this, man? All right, well, I don't know, like, you know why I was stuttering? Not because like I can't think of the word, because I have to process 5 times in my head if I can say the word or not. I have to live censor myself because I don't edit this, right? I'm just gonna like make this and put it out. I got to think, wait a minute, is YouTube gonna have issue with that? I don't know. All right, I'll see you next time.